back out. So it's been a couple of weeks since my last camp, which was in the lakes. So I'm just staying local today, back in the Peak District. Some of you might recognise where I am at the moment, but just heading through this woodland and up onto the moors. So forecast meant to clear. There is meant to be a bit of a sunset later. It's pretty cloudy at the moment, but looks like it should be a good night. But yeah, it's just good to be back out. You actually get a bit of a, I don't know, itchy feet as such for this camping lot, don't you? So yeah, it's just nice to be out. It's not too big a walk, maybe 2 or 3 miles to the spot we've got in mind, so I'll show you that later. But yeah, so we'll carry on and see how we get on. Almost out of the woodland now, but it's looking very lush at the moment. All the heavy rain that we've had lately, paths are a bit boggy, but the brook that runs through it is in full flow. Some impressive cascades and waterfalls at the moment. But it's lovely, very nice. So soon be out of the ancient oak part, and then climbing up into the birch woodland. So all good, yeah, enjoying it. Right, so we just come out the woodlands, or at least the oak woodland, just in the birch woodland now, and I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a cuckoo. So nothing more spring-like than hearing a cuckoo calling. Definitely my favourite bird. Probably not going to see it, but you never know. Yeah, such a lovely, quiet, still evening. Fantastic. So I'd stop off here for this view. Probably one of the best in the peaks, I think, this one, and so easy to get to. But yeah, we've got a Bamford Edge, a Wheelstones up on Derwent Edge, got a Wind Hill, Loose Hill, Mamtor, and then Kinder Scout right in the background there as well. And then over this side we've got a Higator. Carl walks just over that side, over the ridge. And then Stanage Edge. Yeah, cracking view. Hopefully the cloud breaks. It says it's going to do it in about half an hour, about 8 o'clock at night. Whether it does, I don't know. It looks pretty set in at the moment, but hopefully it might start breaking. Get a bit of a sunset for when we pitch up. It'll be good. But yeah, what an evening, fantastic. Still could hear the cuckoos as well, and the midges are out, that's annoying, but is what it is. Yep. Right, we'll carry on, carrying up, and hopefully there's no one in the pitch. Almost at Carl Walk now. Just dropped dropping down past what on OS Maps says sheepfold. I don't know whether it's still in use, but it looks like it could be. Quite unusual to see that up on the moors here. But we've just had a deer, probably I think it was a roe deer, that shot across and then over towards Carl Walk. I've never seen deer quite often on Big Moor and White Edge and stuff, but I've never seen one over at this part before. It's just on its own as well. Usually expecting to be with others, but this one was just all on its own. But yeah, that was fantastic to see that, really good. Anyway, there's no sign of it breaking, so we're just gonna, I think pretty much be alright pitching up straight away, to be honest with you. It's getting on for 8 o'clock, so sunset's 9:15. Don't think we'll be asking too much to pitch up at that time. Certainly some cuckoos knocking around here as well. Everywhere up on this part of the moors. Lovely to hear though. Right, all set up finally. It took an absolute age and it's midge infested hell. So just what a job. Just couldn't, the midges are just absolutely killer, just biting all the time. So it just took ages to set up. Took a while to find a spot, but finally got there. I suppose the plus point is the clouds are starting to clear and it looks like we might get a bit of a sunset, but still haven't had any tea yet, so I've got to get that on. But got all the sleep systems set up, mat, sleeping bag, pillow, it's all done. So I just got to get everything in the tent and we'll start cooking. Right, so tonight we're going to cook chicken fajitas. With so we've got some peppers, some onion and some cucumber, and then just some fajita mix and stuff like that. So yeah. So there's some tea, got my whisper for dessert. It's got a cider as well, but we haven't really had a sunset, but it's it has started to clear a bit. It's starting to lose the light as well, but anyway, it's been a good evening. Looks like there's a bit of a mist actually forming down in the valley. It did say there might be a bit of mist and fog in the morning, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. But yeah, just gonna enjoy the evening now. But it's been cracking hike. Probably need to learn to do just less hiking, because it was an absolute bog fest getting over to Carl Walk. It was just so boggy. We had to all detour almost up to Hilleberg and then back down again, and then added with the midges, just biting all the time. So frustrating, just annoying, all just at you. But anyway, been a good evening. Had a curly flyover as well, and that cuckoo, there's been a cuckoo calling all night long. It's just stopped now as it's as we're starting to lose the light. Yeah, but there's just no wind. I suppose that's why we've got the midges as well. But yeah, cracking evening. Really enjoyed it. Hopefully we get a nice sunrise, fingers crossed. Evening guys, so just been out photographing some stars, because there's tons of them tonight. Really good night for stars. So the clouds started to clear, too late for sunset, but they did start to clear, so hopefully it'll be a good morning. Feels like there's definitely some mist forming in the valley, and there's sort of moisture all over the grass and things like that. And best thing tonight though, we've been hearing some nightjars close to the tent, so I've tried to capture those tonight. I'm obviously not going to see any, but just the chirring noise that they make, so that was absolutely fantastic to hear that. Just spent about the last 15 minutes destroying as many midges in my tent as I possibly can before I go to bed, but there's just some got in, and there's just a right pain. I can't bear to sleep with them, so spent ages killing them all. But anyway, yeah, excellent day, really good hike. It's quite a long hike, probably about 2.5 hours, because we actually parked down in Grindleford and then walked all the way up through Padley Gorge, up through Bowl Hill, up to Alator, and then across the Coal Walk. So bit of a slog, but it was excellent. We had a curlew flyover tonight as well, which was good. So yeah, enjoyable evening. Food was decent as well. So then the pitch I've got is pretty flat, which is excellent. Hopefully get a good night's sleep. So in the Hilleberg, they don't really talk about my gear, but anyway, so in the Hilleberg Soulo, got the black label one. Tonight that's the only tent I've got, but might be looking at if I can get something for the warmer summer months, really. So a little bit lighter just to carry in the backpack. So yeah, if any recommendations, let me know in the comments. Always interested to hear some alternatives. So yeah, just gonna get some sleep, because it's sunrise, I think, is about 10 to 5, so it's a really early one. So be up before that, and hopefully it'll be a good sunrise. So I'll speak to you all in the morning. Good morning. So it's a pretty decent night's sleep. Not too many hours, just because it gets dark so late, and then it's starting to get light from about 4 this morning, and the nightjar was chirring well into the night, so that was keeping me awake for a bit, but pretty decent overall. But this morning looks like it's going to be spectacular. So clear skies overnight. It dropped pretty cold actually, I think maybe down to 4 or 5 degrees it says on the weather app. So yeah, everywhere's covered in sort of dew and stuff this morning, but I'll spin you around looking down the valley to down into Grindleford and Padley Gorge. Massive valley inversion, and that's only going to get bigger once the sun hits it as well, so that should be in the next 10 minutes or so, so that'll be pretty spectacular. I think really looking forward to seeing that once the sun hits the landscape and lights it all up. So yeah, should be an excellent morning. So I'm just going to get a few bits packed away, sleeping bag and mat and everything, and then get a brew on and just enjoy the sunrise. But yeah, I forgot to say something. Last night there was could see a couple of head torches sort of heading up the valley. I thought, who on earth's that? It was about 10:30, I think, so it was pretty dark. It turned out it were two lads, and they were coming camping. So they were looking for spots with the head torches on, trying to find camping spots. So yeah, more fun for them pitching up in the pitch black. But yeah, they're young lads, so I think they probably pitched up just over there. We recommended them a couple of spots which they could find. So yeah, right, I'll get a few bits packed away, and then enjoy this sunrise, because I think it's just starting to come over the hillside, and it looks to me like it's just starting to hit Hilleberg Soulo a little bit as well. So I'll definitely be going over that side as well, and having a look back down into the Hope Valley and over to Castleton and Mamtor, because I'm sure that'll be pretty spectacular. It looks like it's there as well. So right, get some stuff done. Right, so the sun's risen and it's lit up the landscape, so it looks absolutely incredible this morning. Really does look fantastic. All the sun hitting Howler over that side, and then down into Grindleford, Padley Gorge, over to Kerber Edge, Baslow Edge. You'll see right down the valley. It's just incredible. Proper good morning. Ones that you sort of think this is why we do the wild camping, just for mornings like this. Really is fantastic. And just listening to the cuckoo as well, it's still going. It's at it again this morning. Like the whole night last night, when I first saw the cuckoo back down at Padley Gorge, thought, well, that's quite special, might not see that again, but there's been 2 or 3 the whole time we've been here. So yeah, that's sort of made it extra special, I think, really, just listening to that. So yeah, I've got all the stuff packed away. Just got the tent left to do. So just gonna have a coffee now, enjoy the sunrise for a bit longer, because I think that mist will probably grow a bit as the sun hits it a bit more. There's still some of it in shade. So yeah, but if we look around this side, we've got Hilleberg Soulo as well. So I suppose maybe over the top, I'll go over there in a bit, have a look down into the Hope Valley, have a look over to Stanage Edge, see what that looks like, get some more photos. But yeah, what a morning, absolutely brilliant. Right, so made a brew, just looking over to Hilleberg Soulo, but you'll not be able to see him, but just down in the valley here, there's a small herd of red deer crossing. There's a stag down there with a few females as well. But yeah, that's lovely to see. So peaceful this morning. But it's pretty stunning, looking down into that landscape, all the light coming over the trees and stuff. That's epic, that. Yeah, but absolutely love mornings like this. Not had many of them. We've had a bit of a mixed bag of a spring, really wet. Not had many misty mornings, just because it's always been so windy as well. So really nice to see it for a change. I think it's the first one I've had, well, maybe the second one I've had this spring. So yeah, hopefully there's more mornings like this to come. Right, we are all packed up, so as always, leave no trace, and we'll be heading back down into the valley. There's a hot air balloon up at the moment, so I'm sure whoever's in that is having a spectacular morning. Yeah, Cuckoo's still calling, so yeah, ready to go. But what a fantastic camp this has been. Probably say it's been the best one I've done in the Peak District. It really has been excellent. You couldn't ask for a better morning than this. Didn't get the sunset last night, but it was still an excellent hike. But this morning has been incredible. Just the amount of wildlife as well, like deer and the cuckoo and the nightjar last night as well. You can hear the red grouse calling occasionally. So yeah, found a few bits of litter that people have left, so they've kindly packed it away, hidden in there. So I'm gonna grab a few of these bits before I go, put those in my rubbish bag and take it back down. Somebody's obviously camped there before and just chucked it under the stones, so anyway, leave it better than what I found it. Right, we'll get that done and we'll get hiking. Back down off Carl Walk, which is behind us. A bit of a scramble down off the end of that, and then interesting river crossing as well, because that's sort of quite flooded. So leap of faith across that. What a lovely morning though. So we'll be heading down into Padley Gorge soon, but proper spring morning. Not had enough of these, I don't think. Yeah. So we saw the young lads again. They were still, hadn't even woken up when we'd left. So I'm sure there are some people hiking around their tent in a bit. It's all good fun anyway. So yeah, heading down into Padley Gorge and probably into the fog as well, but it's always good. Foggy woodland. So we're just heading down into Padley Gorge now. We're off the moorland. Just following the river or the stream along and down. Certainly ready for some breakfast when I get back as well. I don't usually bring it. Just have a coffee in the morning, but I don't usually bring any breakfast with me. I don't see too many others on YouTube having breakfast either in the morning, but I have brought a little treat. These will change your life. So Iron Brew jelly babies. Absolutely awesome. Anyway, hopefully there's a bit of mist and fog still in the valley and in Padley Gorge, but if not, it'll have been a fantastic morning. But I think there'll be some lower down anyway. So headed through Padley Gorge at the moment. Absolutely incredible woodland. Easily one of my favourites. I think it's just so atmospheric, and with all the cascades and gnarly oak trees and stuff, it's lovely. But no sign of any mist and fog yet. Still got a fair old drop to go, so you never know. Might hit it a bit further down. Still got a good mile or so left to the car. Anyway, we'll carry on. Alright, just hit a bit where we were yesterday. Or actually, we scrambled up that yesterday because it said that we're on a path. I mean, it is a path, but I certainly ain't going down it. It was ridiculously steep scrambling up it. It's impressive to look at, but yeah, easier to go up than go down that. So we're going to carry on and loop back round a longer way. So almost at the bottom of Padley Gorge, back down into Grindleford. Sadly there was no icing on the cape with the mist and fog, but it's been a fantastic camp. Easily my favourite one in the Peak District so far. I think that just goes all in general, going through the woodlands and then up onto the moors, hearing the cuckoo and seeing the deer. It just all adds to the whole experience. So it's been brilliant. So I've got a plan next week. I'm on holiday in Snowdonia, so hoping to potentially squeeze a camp up in the mountains next week. Hopefully I get a weather window and get the opportunity to do that. But as always, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Much appreciated, and I will see you in the next one.